Hi, Alpha 7 Warriors. I didn't forget you. We're going to pick up on this amazing book, Doublespeak From Revenue Enhancement to Terminal Living: How Government, Business, Advertisers, and Others Use Language to Deceive You. I'm sorry it's a little loud in my area, right? City problems. Imagine if I was outside. I try to do them outside as well, my friends, but it's so noisy. So we're gonna try to get a few pages in. And if you want, you can just check out the playlist I have. I'm doing the best I can with this. It was just kind of, one of those heartfelt things, a throwback to the Reading Rainbow and that awesome, the show we used to watch growing up on PBS. And for those who don't have this book, and this book is important, especially for our generation. Don't mind my chipped fingernail polish. That's something I have to do soon. Too busy, too busy. So we're going to start back on page 82. Advertising and reality. So I'm going to see if I can get a good shot here. Rosa Reeves, a legendary ad man who worked for the Ted Bates advertising agency, once said that the basic problem advertisers had to solve was that most products were really the same. Our problem is a client comes into my office and throws two newly minted half dollars onto my desk and says, "Mine is the one on the left. You prove it's better." And that's the job of advertising, to make something out of nothing. Remember that when you're watching advertising ads, right, guys? When Hicks B. Waldron was appointed president of Avon Products in 1983, his previous experience has been with the Heblin Corporation, directing the sales of Smirnoff vodka and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Mr. Waldron said he saw little difficulty in moving from a job directly directing the sales of vodka and fried chicken to a job directing the sales of beauty care products. As Mr. Waldron noted, it's not the product being sold, it's fashion and style. He cited the vodka business as an example, where a colorless, odorless, tasteless liquid is sold at a higher price that depends on its fashionability as projected through advertising. Advertising and positioning of the product are almost everything. Mr. Waldron was quoted as saying in an article in the New York Times, "All you vodka drinkers who insist on a special brand of vodka should read this paragraph 3 times." That's too funny, guys. I know, because you know how some people are all into their brands and they think they're really bourgeois when they're buying these top shelf brands and spending hundreds. I mean, I'm sure even more, right? If you go to New York restaurants, crazy. When many women stopped drinking rum and started drinking white wine because they were concerned. I'm so happy I don't drink at all. Concerned of calories in rum. The makers of Bacardi rum mounted an advertising campaign comparing Bacardi mixed drinks with wine. The ads pointed out that a drink of Bacardi and Diet Coke had the same number of calories as an equal amount of white wine. As a result of this ad campaign, surveys of consumers revealed that they perceived rum in general as a more benign form of alcohol. "Not that we are more benign," said Paul Nelson, marketing director for Bacardi Imports, "but that is the way we are perceived." Any guesses how that perception was created? In 1980, the Procter and Gamble and Colgate Palmolive, Palmolive. We know it's the dishwashing liquid. I don't know why I couldn't say it. Companies spent over 75 million to tout new toothpaste that didn't make teeth any whiter. Look at that, guys, how many are on the market out there. Than the toothpaste that companies currently sold. Nor did the new toothpaste prevent cavities any better, nor did they even have new names. But the new toothpaste did taste different and have new colors. Most competing brands of everyday personal care, household cleaning, and food items are pretty much alike. According to the Wall Street Journal article that reported on this battle of the advertising giants, therefore, manufacturers depend on minor changes in product appearances, packaging, scents, flavors, or other non-essential aspects of the products to sell it. So Procter and Gamble and Colgate Palmolive Palmolive, there is no T in there. I was trying to say it with the T. Sorry, guys. Spent millions of dollars to advertise the different taste and color of their toothpaste to lure consumers with free samples, price discounts, coupons, and other promotions. Procter and Gamble spent 28.6 million during 1980 to advertise Crest on television alone, while Colgate Palmolive spent 17.9 million to advertise Colgate on television and 16 million to advertise AIM. All this money was spent to promote products which were essentially the same. It didn't make much difference with which toothpaste you bought because both cleaned your teeth the same. So if you bought one of these toothpaste because of the ads promoting it, the advertiser won. You see that, guys? All you need is a little bit of coconut oil, my friends, mixed with hello, wake up, baking soda. That's what I use. Food grade hydrogen peroxide is amazing. Look that up to whiten your teeth. Okay. And actually, baking soda does a lot to keep it pretty white too. I mean, if you make any type of natural deodorants, you'll know what I'm talking about because I had that problem. And you make it, and then it like bleaches the fabric on your clothes, so it is a whitener. And that's why I use it for my laundry as well. So De Beers. Can I read today? De Beers, the company that runs the world's diamonds cartel. That's a good one to know. And controls 80% of the world's supply of gem diamonds. Interesting, guys. This is an interesting section. So that was page 83. I got 2 pages sticking together. Why? Going right to 86, but that's not what we want. Hold on. It's being fresh, guys. Learned long ago that making something out of nothing through advertising can create huge profits. Each year, the world's diamond mines produce over 50 times the number of gem diamonds as opposed to industrial diamonds needed for jewelry. In addition, it is conservatively estimated that the world's public holds more than 500 million carats of gem diamonds. In short, there is and always was a glut of diamonds in the world. Why then do diamonds cost so much? Early on, the men who ran De Beers realized that diamonds had little intrinsic value and their price depended almost entirely on their scarcity. After gaining control over production of all the important diamond mines in the world, they launched a campaign to stimulate the public's desire to buy diamonds. In 1938, De Beers hired the Northwest Ayer Advertising Agency to increase diamond sales in the United States. Ayer devised a campaign around the idea that diamonds were a gift of love, and the larger and finer the diamond, the greater the expression of love. So yeah, guys, don't get mad at the women. Get mad at the advertisers, right? They had songs. Marilyn Monroe is kicking that diamond junk. Madonna, you name it, right? They were all part of the programming. In 1948, Francis Goretti of Ayer came up with the caption, "A diamond is forever," on a picture of young lovers on a honeymoon. Even though diamonds can be chipped, shattered, discolored, or incinerated, sales of diamonds in the United States went from 23 million in 1939 to more than 2.1 billion wholesale prices in 1979. That's crazy. While during the same time, advertising expenditures on diamonds went from 200,000 to 10 million. Yep, there it is. There's your smoking gun. This campaign is considered one of the most successful in the history of advertising. It's definitely the advertising that's being allowed. And people think, oh, I'm going to go out to other countries and things will be better. You're seeing a lot of that online, guys. And I'm like, what? You don't think they have advertising and people can be brainwashed in other parts of the world too? It's the will of the person to wake up, right? So here we go. In 1976, the J. Walter Thompson Advertising Company began a campaign in Japan to popularize diamond engagement rings. It seems that in 1968, fewer than 5% of Japanese women getting married received a diamond engagement ring. De Beers was determined to change this situation and increase diamond sales in Japan. By 1981, some 60% of Japanese brides had diamond rings, and Japan was the second largest market for diamond engagement rings. When small diamonds from Russian mines threatened to flood the market, De Beers changed its advertising campaign. Women were told they should no longer equate the status and emotional commitment of an engagement with the size of the diamond. Instead, women were told that it was the quality, color, and cut of the diamond that were important, not the size. De Beers even invented the eternity ring, which consisted of numerous small Russian diamonds and was advertised as the symbol of renewed love for married couples. Again, the campaign was successful and a new market was created. Russia joined the De Beers cartel, and profits for everyone continued to be quite handsome, averaging about 40% of sales. Not a bad profit margin for selling a commodity for which there is a glut in the world. Remember this when you think about buying a diamond ring. Advertising often creates such attitudes and beliefs about products, but ads themselves can be just a little misleading. In 1986, the John Hancock Mutual Life Insurance Company ran a series of television ads featuring real people in real situations. Oh, guys, that's when you know it's fake. If they feel the need to put real in front of it. Like that show, The Real World. Those people weren't real. That's all acting, right? It's like, why do you feel the need to do that, right? It's kind of funny. It's like they need to stress it. In each of the ads, a person revealed his or her complete financial status, discussing such information as income, savings, and mortgage payments, and other expenses. The ads were presented as slice of life episodes with real people talking about their financial situation and how John Hancock could help them. One of the real people was Linda Fuller, who was divorced, worked as a librarian, and earned 20,000 a year plus 6,000 in child support. She talked about how she worried she was what she was that she wouldn't be able to afford college for her little boy. When asked how the company got all those people to reveal so much about their financial situation, Ralph Brunner, a spokesperson for the company, said that the people were actors, and in that sense, they are not real people. It makes you wonder what a real person is, according to the John Hancock Company. Yeah, don't get John Hancocked out here when people are like, oh, I did all this stuff. And sometimes they'll get people to like have so called testimonials. How do you know they didn't throw them a little something to say that, right? We're probably going to leave off on 85. I didn't realize how in depth this section is. Let's see how long. Actually, we're almost done, so we'll finish this section until we get to the next one. Beautiful. Continental Airlines ran a radio ad in 1987 that featured a telephone conversation between a mother and her daughter in another city. The mother, upon discovering her daughter has a bad cold, says that because of Continental's low Max Saver fares, she will fly there right away to take care of her and the kids. As a voice in the background of the ad notes, however, Continental's Max Saver fares require at least a 7-day advance purchase of tickets, which, once purchased, are non refundable. If the daughter is still sick a week later, the mom will be right there. But the ad doesn't note that little detail, said Continental spokesperson Rick Scott. I think that TV and radio commercials are not literal. I think we all know that. There's some creative license taken. Others might call creative license, there you go, doublespeak for lying. Or when they say, oh, this is for entertainment purposes in their videos. Yep. In 1987, the FTC accused Campbell's Soup Company of overstating the health benefits of its chicken noodle soup in ads, which the FTC called misleading. It seems Campbell's had run ads which said that the low fat and low cholesterol content of its chicken noodle soup was beneficial in reducing the risk of heart disease. However, the ads failed to note that the soup was also high in sodium. Yeah, like crazy high. And not that good salt, too, either. They give you the sodium chloride. No bueno. In fact, the soup contained almost a third of the maximum recommended daily limit of sodium. Yeah, we already know those maximum daily limits ain't shit either. Just make sure it's the right salt. But all canned foods are extremely packed with way too much sodium, guys. Just letting you know, because salt was a form of a preservative, right, in the old days. So they put a lot in there so it can last that long, right? Food is not really made to last that long. The FTC charged that the ads failed to disclose that Campbell's soups are high in sodium, and that diets high in sodium may increase the risk of heart disease. It's usually the chemicals in the can, but that's fine. The failure to disclose these facts is deceptive. Campbell's, not too surprisingly, didn't agree with the FTC. We don't believe the ad is misleading, said David Hackney, manager of public relations for Campbell's. Maybe it was just a little creative license in the ads. Yeah, now lying, right? Openly lying. It's called having a creative license. Puffing the product and truth in advertising. That's going to be a really good one. So we have a lot of really good sections coming up. The rule of parity. So this book is really, really interesting. So we just delved in the whole section of advertising and reality. This was really good. I learned a lot. I hope you guys did too. We're going to leave it at that because I like to keep it on par. Actually, I got to put my little bookmark for you guys, right? My little bookmark. I've been doing that. And I go through different books that I have. I just think this is a really cool series. You don't see enough like it. I know some people do, some people don't. It is really laborious, as they say, or laborious, because you do got to hold the selfie stick, have it in a way where you can keep your arm centered. So I'm sorry if I was misspeaking, because sometimes it's easier to look at the page and then I look through the phone because I want to make sure I see it through your eyes and that you're getting the whole page. But it's easy to misspeak when you're multitasking. So I apologize. I try to do it at a good tempo. And yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, I do have a playlist. I put it in chronological order. If you're able, I'll put my PayPal. This is something that I do pro bono, but I appreciate all donations. It routes to my True North charity that I put together to educate, to assist those in need, to provide good nutrition and all kind of things, right? Holistic medicine. I'm all about all that stuff. And there's a lot of people online doing similar things. And may the Most High keep everyone strong and full of wisdom and eagerness to share knowledge with people, because knowledge plus good intention will bring you very, very, very far. So all about the good intention too, right? There's a lot of wicked people out there with this type of knowledge, guys, and they play word games with us and play with our emotions, and that's a form of witchcraft. I see a lot of manipulators online teaching others to do just that. So I'm trying to break the spell on all sides. I don't think it's too late for America. I know the world's kind of laughing at us, but I think a lot of us can prove them wrong and show them that we are awake and we're trying to wake up others. And, for those all over the world, I love you guys too. And we're not all far gone, okay, guys? We're trying our best. And I hope that in your individual areas that the truth is spreading as well. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. We'll pick up next time, and I'll talk to you soon.